This college basketball picks and MVC, WCC, CAA, and Southern Conference Tournament Edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Rhythm is giving away a $250 future and throwing a March Madness party. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for all the details.
Hey, this is Brandon Lang. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. How are we feeling on these picks now that football's over? As promised, lasers get focused.
Yeah, Kramer. Shout out to well, let's bring Colby on because we got some touting to do. Joining us,
I guess we can do that
on the line from the college experience. Cobly Dant, aka Pick Dundee.
Don't talk yet, Colby. All right, talk, Colby.
Let me just crack one of these cervezas and shout out to the not all the winners that we're having, but the amount of people that inquired about Peter Francisco makes me feel great. Makes me feel great.
Yeah, there's some people pushing back on that random detour, but again, it's what makes the show fun.
I will say this proclamation. I think the younger crowd who's up late watching the live stream, maybe not as interested in history, but the old head podcast newspaper crowd.
Yeah.
I just like Colby, and perhaps this is why we need to get the podcast started, Colby. I got a couple DMs too, appreciating the talk about the megalith in Ireland, talking about that fake alien.
That was a pretty fun breaking down.
I still have the picture.
That pile of rocks that they claimed was some ancient wonder. Really,
it is odd how there's no rocks anywhere else. Like, why are there just rocks there?
More questions than answers. Yeah. So Kramer, congrats to you.
Oh, thank you.
3 locks and a money line dog. Congrats to you.
You know, just a Tuesday or Monday. No, Tuesday.
And I hit my money line dog. Now, technically we picked Wisconsin at 7.5 on the show.
No.
Hopefully, I mean, when I bet it, I cashed. I got the 6.5, but I will not. Obviously, the sheet is the sheet. We're honorable gents. 1 and 2 with the locks, but hit the Oklahoma money line. 6 and 3 overall. That brings it to a total of 30 and 7 ATS in the college regular season picks. Now, my round 1 small conference tourney picks have gone off the rails, but I'm making it, and I'm making a ton of cash. So let's get it, baby. Colby, what's your handle on? You also unfortunately had Wisconsin 7.5 on the sheet. I saw you celebrating on on the college experience because when you guys picked it,
of course,
it was sub 7.
Of course.
Well, when I made that slide, it was about what 8 o'clock at night. You got to remember, I get done with that show at 4 in the morning. So when you place those wagers, maybe 5 in the morning. So 6.5. I saw it even drop below that, but yeah, I parlayed that with Ole Miss money line. So it's a good night for all of us. Also, my boy Fran Dunphy and LaSalle doing us a solid on the experience there.
And consensus plays were very good as well in the regular season action. 4 and 2 on our plays that we agreed on. 4 and 2 ATS. Nice. I mean, I'm feeling pretty damn good. The Long Island Sharks survived, got the win, didn't get the cover. Shout out to you, Colby. But the future, the LIU plus 370. Alive and well. We'll see what happens there. Gardner Webb got the cover, so not a complete disaster, but the regular season picks have been so much better for me. I'm locking in. March is happening. Madness is happening. Also, shout out. I got a. It's always cool when you run into listeners in the real world.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Normally we run into a bunch of listeners at Circa, as you would imagine. And again, anytime you want to come say hi at the Circa, we're there every Friday, 8 to 11 o'clock local time. Always down to grab a cold one, and good excuse for you to head out to Circa if you're going out there. We got the Circa party March 19th, Wednesday. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for all the details. Ryan, you would never guess where I got quote unquote recognized.
Is this another CVS story?
No, not CVS. This is not one from Walgreens. Although shout out to Walgreens.
Yoga.
Yes, Colby, I shit you not. There was a new guy working the counter behind Hot Yoga, and I was
Like
checking.
a guy?
Yeah,
Oh,
guy. I've talked. I cannot tell you how little I've talked about sports gambling. Well, the one. So it's for a frame of reference. One time, a lady did checking me in, asked what I did for a living, and I said I host a sports gambling podcast. And her response was, "You can gamble on sports." So like that's the frame of reference. The average hot yoga person. But I was checking in with someone else and a guy, and I didn't get your name. If you're listening, hit me up at Gambling Podcast on X. Happy to hook you up with a gift card.
You'll see him again.
He came over and he was like, "Sean, love the podcast. Gave me a fist pound. Loves the football episode."
Nice.
So
Young guy.
Yeah, youngest guy.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay, so we're still hitting with the kids. Nice.
Yeah, kids are loving. There are for every.
Nice.
There's always some degens getting born out there. So shout out to him. I didn't catch your name, but hit me up. Very unlikely place to run into a fellow degen. So shout out to him. Hit me up if you're listening.
Oh, excellent story. Hot yoga and a degen.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one, but apparently there's some fellow ones.
Oh, there's a sweat joke in there.
Yes, we both love a good sweat.
Yep.
We got a bunch of picks, bunch of plays, conference tourney. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so Sean, I did it again.
What'd you do?
I just took a peek at the slate tomorrow, and I was like, you know what, Colby won't miss those 2 games. We got them all the way down to 8.
Oh wow,
only 8 games for Thursday.
You know what
6th.
saved him? What saved him was the outcomes weren't final yet.
Oh,
So I'm like watching the games, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck's going to be playing.
Oh, for the tournament.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it saved him. He got lucky.
That's fine, because we also are going to hit on the Missouri Valley Conference and West Coast conferences, which start on Thursday as well. And because there's a shitload of conference tourneys starting, we're also going to take a look at the CAA. Which, Colby, when did the CAA change from the Colonial to the Coastal?
Never happened on the college experience.
Okay, good. So it's still the Colonial to us.
Yeah.
You can still call it that. Okay. That
We
was
just talked. We just
offensive?
referenced Peter Francisco yesterday and George Washington kicking ass. It'll always be the Colonial.
Shocking. But yeah, we're also doing the Colonial and the SoCon, which start on Friday. Again, because it's an insane amount of college basketball getting going.
Shout out to a Reverend Father Uncle Ruckus, maybe a Sister G and associate. He said he's going to be on the Patreon from now on because y'all are locked in. Yeah, obviously you get the picks free here on the website, the app as well. But if you want the sheets that we actually fill out, of course, head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon and the weekly picks contest. We usually give out $100 circuit ticket, so fun to get in over there once a week, and some exclusive merch, the bonus stories episode. I'm sure we'll record one when Colby gets out here.
Let us know what you want us to talk about with Colby. We're doing a March Madness Patreon episode for SGP Stories, so let us know.
There's also speculation that 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE will give you the premium plays of the night.
well, we need to. What was the name of the line?
The F line.
The F line. We need to bring back the F line for March Madness, where we created a.
I was going like this.
Yeah, it was basically it was a fake commercial about Colby.
Oh yes, I have.
Like, hey, want to talk hot, spicy picks?
Okay, it's not. I can't make it again. Let me just. It'll be take too much time.
Can you play the actual sketch?
I'm gonna play the video. Yeah.
Okay,
I have a video here. Hold on.
Shout out to the chat. Guys are And Justin saying, yeah, I'll pay for the Patreon. Good reminder. Yeah, it's a good hang. Give you all the access to the sheets in one place.
I was gonna say, yeah, you get I see some people in there right now. Anonymous Llama. I'm looking at you, Anonymous Otter, Anonymous Shrew. I think some people just sit in the sheet and just watch us make our picks.
You can watch the sheets get filled out live. That's fun, I'm sure.
I would say the real bang for the sheet is football season. You get some bonus gray market data in there as well.
Yeah, Kramer really prides himself on a sharp looking spreadsheet, and obviously the free merch every 6 months exclusive, like the
getting the top tier if you want to be you want the merch that is literally not available to anyone else.
No.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Yes, let's rewatch the F line. This has been a while.
Setting up for another lonely night at the laptop? Tired of hanging around with no one to talk to? You need to call the F line. The F line has the steamiest, hottest conversations about what guys really want to talk about. FCS football. Our operators are standing by day and night, willing to talk about any team, any position. The nickel linebacker at Weber State, we got you covered. The punter at Sacred Heart, we can handle that with pleasure. Stop playing around and call us now. 323-561-3052. The F line. We put the F in FCS football.
Oh man!
Fun fact.
That's line. We put the F in FCS football.
If you are on a platform that leverages Giphy for the GIFs on that platform, and you type in SGPN, there is one of Colby twirling the phone cord. It's fabulous. So that was nice. I forgot that was a full length sketch. I do remember that actually rang to Colby's cell phone for a little while.
Yeah. For a while, I was actually answering people, and then I had to ask you guys to please remove me from that because it got a little dicey in the middle of the night there with my wife.
Jake from State Farm, huh?
Who's calling you? Just guys who want to talk FCS football, dear.
All right. Shall we talk about some games?
Yeah, and of course, shout out. We just mentioned the Rhythm Party. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party. RSVP if you're going to be in Vegas March 19th. You can hang out with us at Stadium Swim at the Circa. Free drinks on Rhythm.
And a handshake from me. And
a handshake from Kramer. 4:30. We're going to be watching some of the play-in action. And again, reminder: sign up for Rhythm. This is free for Rhythm users. Get ready to dominate college basketball. They had some. They sent over some of their numbers.
Do you want to hear some of the other celebrities that will be in the house potentially?
Yeah.
Outside of us three.
Who else we got?
Cousin Mush.
Okay.
Think he's going to be there. That's it.
All right. So maybe some other.
I heard rumors the Bet Detective might be out there.
Yeah. Hopefully CJ is out there.
Is he going to be out there Wednesday? I've heard rumors that friend of the program Justin Decker is getting out there, but not until Thursday.
Decker will be hanging out and hit us up again if you're coming out. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party. If you can't make it to the party, you can get entered into the contest to win a $250 future. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party. Rhythm. You want to talk about some successes from Rhythm last March Madness? Their percentage of winners 39% higher than in ESPN brackets as a whole. They also Rhythm was also over Duquesne, NC State, and Oakland upsets.
Oh baby!
And 45% of the Rhythm brackets had NC State reaching the Sweet 16. So you're gonna want to get in on Rhythm. Sign up, dominate March Madness. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party. Come say hi. And we're also brought to you by Edge Boost. March is madness, and if you're like me, you're gonna be firing off a bunch of live in-game futures, whatever it is. You don't want your app getting turned down, and paying a cash advance fee to deposit to a book is crazy. So I need the Edge Boost card. And even if you're not worried about getting denied there, why not get the free cash back? That's right. You can get up to $750 cash back each month. The card is FDIC insured. It's free. No credit checks. Very easy to get started. Use our promo code SGPN. Get instant tier 2 status so you get more cash back. You're getting paid to bet on sports. EdgeBoost.bet. Promo code SGPN.
All right. Let's hit some games.
Let's go, baby.
Shout out to the chat as well. They're very lively. All right. Liberty, Colby's favorite team,
the Flaming Libs.
The Flaming Libs. They're heading to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, to take on Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee laying a point. Colby, what are we doing?
Well, what we're doing is we're going to talk about how great of a game this is first. Before we dive into the game, let's sell it a little. This is for perhaps the top seed in the CAA or the CUSA. Right now, Jack State is 12-5. But Liberty and Middle Tennessee are 1 game back. So depending on how Jack State does against Kennesaw, who is a team that can clip them, Kennesaw is good. They've proven to be good on the road. You might have Middle Tennessee or Liberty getting that 1 seed. So very huge game in the CUSA here. I tend to think Liberty's the play though. Middle Tennessee's been a strange team. Like they've been, I know they've won 3 straight, but for some reason, no one goes to their games this year.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm glad you tossed that in, Cole, because the only thing that would scare me off is potentially home court advantage for Middle Tennessee. But you're pointing out it's not that good for me. Liberty has been they've been awesome ATS, 16-9-1 ATS. And then you look at, they're coming off a loss. They've been 4-1 ATS off a loss. They look at some of the advanced metrics. Liberty has a defense. As we know, defense travels 40th in adjusted defensive efficiency. Coming off that loss to Kennesaw State at home, I think they're going to be fired up. The only thing that would worry me is if Middle Tennessee can get carried by the crowd. Sounds like you're saying not going to happen. So I like Liberty.
I mean, maybe because it's senior day, that becomes a thing. More people are there. I'm not sure, but I've been disappointed, especially Kermit Davis had, Middle Tennessee in the NCAA tournament. And to me, they built good culture there that passed over, into this regime. So I don't know. It's been a hard read on that, but I'm with you. Liberty, the Flaming Libs aren't going to drop 2 in a row. They've proven to be really good on the road this year. And to me, they're that hard team in the CUSA. They're basically UVA with Tony Bennett in the CUSA. So they're very hard to prepare for. They're a lot different than every other team. They're kind of like a triple option team within the CUSA. And they'll lose games because of that. They don't have scoring, just like, UVA would lose to UMBC or something. But I think more times than not, you'll get that win. It makes you play uncomfortably. One of the things I love about their defensive style. So I'm on the Flaming Libs. Let's go.
Yeah. There's a lot of words to say, taking Liberty. What is the mascot of Liberty Flames? Of course. What is the mascot of Liberty? What animal?
Oh, it's an animal.
I just thought it was Falwell jerking off in the corner. No.
Perhaps it's some sort of those, it's a metaphor for that. It is an eagle.
Oh.
It's the eagle. The eagle was brought.
So what
I wonder if that eagle fucked his wife too.
Well, the flame is
you do a pretty deep dive on Falwell.
The flame is after the school's motto, "Knowledge aflame." In 70s, or when the mascot showed up in 1980, it was designated as the mascot due to it being a patriotic symbol connected with the school's name of Liberty. I don't know. You just make anything a mascot. I don't understand.
Yeah, Liberty,
accountable. If you're going to
having an eagle be your mascot makes sense, but then why would you call yourself the Flames?
Yeah, just get the Village people. They're available. I'm also on Liberty on the road.
Let's go. Lock it up.
North Carolina Central heads to Orangeburg, South Carolina, to take on South Carolina State. State laying 10.5 here, 4:30 p.m. on Thursday the 6th. Colby, tell us why this is a huge game.
This game's fantastic. Well, you have so Norfolk State and South Carolina State are battling for the top seed. They both have the same record right now. The winner, if they both went out, I believe Norfolk State, because of the tiebreaker situation, will get it. But they both have a game left, and watch out, because North Carolina Central, Lavelle Moten and Po Boy King.
What?
Yes, yes.
Did you
Cue the Po Boy King.
Rub the genie 3 times. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Well,
right.
If you turn around and say Po Boy King, Po Boy King, Po Boy King, next in a mirror in the dark, he will show up.
That would be terrifying if I was in a bathroom and he just showed up in the bathtub. No, thank you.
I'm here to get a rebound.
Look, so Lavelle Moten is a legendary coach, in my opinion. Like, really, a great coach. This was one of his worst teams at North Carolina Central. We've seen Central. How many times have we seen Central in that play-in game, guys?
Yeah, seriously.
So the team, is in 6th place, but they just beat the top seed Norfolk State. They almost swept them. They've been playing a lot better down the stretch here, even with their losses. That it's almost. I love what when you can follow a coach, when you see the progress throughout the season, and you can see the development of the roster. So you're like, oh, next year, watch out, Central is going to be good. I think it's a really dangerous game. I'm taking the points. South Carolina State. I know Eric Martin's done a great job there, but I think you take the points here, and I think it's a game. I think and I wouldn't even be surprised if this game is live on the money line.
Yeah, I'm with you, Colby. I'm taking NC Central, catching the big number. And to your point, they've been good as a dog overall, 8-5 ATS. And I don't know, does South Carolina really need this game? I get there at home.
No. They need it because you're battling for the 1 seed. You're battling for the championship, the regular season championship. Okay. So and I mean it is South Carolina State's won 8 straight. It is senior day. So, I mean, maybe the line's inflated a little bit because of that, but North Carolina Central is a team, to me, they've won 2 straight. And once again, you go back really and look at the past couple, weeks, they've, to me, they look a lot better. They look like a team that I will talk about the tournament in a little bit here, but if you're looking for a long shot, Lavelle Moten's got the history of doing this.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I just like NC Central as a dog. This is probably a hair high. But South Carolina State's been a tough out. They've won a bunch of games in a row. Kramer, what are you doing?
You guys not learning any lessons? We're laying the points here. Also, North Carolina Central coming off overtime.
They're young kids.
Overtime win against the top team in the league.
Extra minutes, Colby. They add up. UTEP heads to Huntsville, Texas, to take on Sam Houston State. Shout out, go Bearcats! 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Sam Houston laying the 2.5. Colby.
Yeah. Look. Shout out to go Bearcats! Hell of a good guy. And it's tough to go into the Bear Claw and get that dub. UTEP is battling for potentially. This is all of a seeding play here. UTEP's
Colby, the Bears going nuts.
UTEP's lost 5 straight. This is a team that was close to the top. It's really, can they right their wrongs? They could potentially move up if La Tech loses, and get the 6th seed there. But I'm on Sam Houston. Sam Houston seems like they're playing much better ball. The line is even telling you. So, look, Sam Houston coming into the season, we were all really bullish on, and then they were just a complete disappointment. At one point, they were the worst team in the country, ATS. And I think they've turned a corner in the past couple of weeks there. I'm going to lay the 2.5 at the Bear Claw.
That'll be the next iteration of the F line, the fortune teller. This is Colby. Yeah, I mean, this feels like a situation where we're either you're taking Sam Houston or you're not betting the game. You can't bet on UTEP.
Why? I mean, Sam Houston as a favorite. They've been horrible as a favorite this season. 4-8 ATS.
Very small number. It's a very small.
I'll take UTEP in the small number. Tink, tink, tink. I just I get they've lost 5 in a row coming off an OT game, but the counter is pretty easy. Who the hell is Sam Houston State to be a favorite over anyone? Colby, what's their record new year? Kramer always likes to throw that out.
Oh, you framing data?
I would say though, just look at the past.
5-14. They've lost
I would
to
say
Louisiana Tech and Middle Tennessee in back-to-back games. You lose at Louisiana Tech and Middle Tennessee. You lose at La Tech at home. You lose to Western Kentucky. All right, fine. I don't think they should be favored. So I'll take UTEP.
I'm just saying they beat Jacksonville State, who's currently in first place, and that was what two weeks ago at the Bear Claw. They lost Liberty at the buzzer, if memory serves me correct. So I mean they're better than their record. I'll tell you that.
But a lot of OT losses on the road.
Well, that's how you get 4-8 ATS as a favorite. I'm fading it.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Not really, because we're on the other side. New Mexico State heading to Ruston, Louisiana to take on La Tech. La Tech laying 5.5 here, Colby.
That'd be great if Patino has like a bastard son that ends up coaching at New Mexico State. Like, so one of these maybe had a dalliance, and all of a sudden, and there's like a lost Patino son that ends up coaching New Mexico State while his other son's at New Mexico.
Like the Jimmy Butler of Rick Pitino's sons.
Yeah, Elon, Sean Kemp. There's been a lot of.
I mean, it does seem like Elon's strategy is to impregnate as many people as possible.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
It's important to keep the human race going. one baby at a time. Colby, what's going on here in this one?
So New Mexico State can lock up the 4 seed with the win here. But if they lose, they could end up the 7 seed. So a lot on the line here. La Tech could end up the 4 seed as well. So I'm on La Tech though. La Tech at home. I mean, La Tech has been one of the crazier teams this season as far as like just all over the place. Some games they look awesome. Some days, I mean, they're one that has instant value as a future just because when they're on, they can fuck up anybody in this conference. But I would compare them in a way to Florida Gulf Coast, who just lost early in our conference tournament there in the A-Sun. But I think they just whooped Sam Houston at Sam Houston. They come back. New Mexico State, obviously playing better ball down the stretch. I think they've won 3 of 4. And but I think I'm going to go with the team I trust. New Mexico State's a younger team. La Tech's veterans. Give me the Bulldogs to get it done.
They got completely skull fucked by New Mexico State earlier in the season.
Yeah,
30 points.
That's crazy.
Is it revenge or is that?
I like Louisiana Tech in a bounce back spot. What's up?
Are you shook if you lose to a team by 30 points, or is it revenge?
I think it could be revenge. And Louisiana Tech has been better at home. Not amazing as a favorite. New Mexico has been okay as the dog, 7-5 ATS. But I like Louisiana Tech's offense. I'm with Colby. This number feels like it probably should be 3.5, but I don't like New Mexico State in this spot, so I will take Louisiana Tech.
All right, I'll get back on an island here. Give me New Mexico State. Too many points. Michigan State laying 7.5 in Iowa City, Iowa. This feels again these road 7.5 point favorites are definitely.
Well, it's gonna be like Wisconsin all over again, where it's gonna close at 5.5. They're gonna win and cover the 5.5, but they won't cover the 7.5.
This with the way that Michigan State's playing though, this feels more like the North Carolina Virginia Tech game.
Yeah, I mean, how can you fade Michigan State right now? I know Colby will probably highlight the lit factor, but
hit the stapler. I mean, this is all we need to know.
Colby, what are you doing here? I just don't think you can go against Michigan State right
now.
No. We have to take Iowa here.
Really?
What?
Yeah. I mean, look, Michigan State has Michigan on deck to win the Big Ten.
Good call. Yep.
Right.
Never
and
Yep.
this is Fred McCaffrey's final game. He's going to get fired or pushed out the door.
Really?
And it's senior day for these Hawkeyes. Give me the points all day. The money line is live.
No, it's tough to fade Michigan State because of how well they've looked, but good handicapping. If we got a Michigan State look ahead, you got to fade them.
If Michigan State wins the game,
they clinch. They clinch. I think.
Okay,
I think they clinch because Michigan
Michigan
lost tonight. Yeah.
Oh, then give me Michigan State.
Really?
If you could dominate a bunch of staples and not have to have your rivalry game matter, that is beautiful. You're not looking ahead to that.
Yeah, I don't know. They like the rivalry game to matter. I'm gonna counter.
I'm laying it.
Colby's
You're fading Izzo. You're fading Izzo. Okay, that's fine. Good luck.
I like Brian in the chat. Shut the fuck up. Don't take Iowa.
Yeah,
I mean, you can,
Brian.
you
I'm
can
with you.
cover this and they can still win the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Colby threading that needle.
Feels like a win, but don't cover. Well, if it's a 7.5 point spread, I think Colby's on to something. Crazy.
Colby's gonna Benedict this one.
Yeah.
No.
Hours from now. Mere hours from now. Florida International.
I like Monty's in the YouTube chat. I like Monty's headshot. Looks real sharp. He's got I can't tell if that's an actual photo or is that a headshot from someone else. Monty, let me know if that's your real photo.
Who is that? That's someone. Isn't that someone notable?
It could be.
That's like one of those college analysts of some sort. Is that a young Merrill Hodge?
My eyes aren't great looking at these thumbnails. Monty, let us know who your avatar is.
Let us know who you really are.
Yeah, reveal your identity, Monty.
Florida International taking on Western Kentucky. Another 7.5 point spread here. Western Kentucky,
Hilltoppers
7.5. 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Colby, talk to me.
It's kind of a shitty game, but we are battling for a position here, so there's major implications here. The tops actually could move up to the 6th seed if everything goes right for them. Also, FIU, if they win, they could essentially get the 9th seed and not the 10 seed, with a little bit of help from the likes of UTEP.
Huge. That's huge.
Well, it's good. Some good CUSA action. Some America. Yeah. What's crazy is FIU has been so bad. I actually believe they're going to be one of these teams that's going to get investigated.
Really?
Say
I
no
do.
more.
That's what
this.
I really believe FIU is one of these teams.
I'm with you, Colby. I love this spot for Western Kentucky. I haven't played amazing basketball second half, but coming off a loss against New Mexico State on the road, back home, Hilltoppers have been great as a home favorite. Laying a number, they have no trouble covering it. And if you're telling me there's some suspicious activity, I mean, this is the Lufthansa heist all over again. FIU, the airport, it's an inside job. Give me Western Kentucky. Kramer, what are you doing?
I mean, they did lose.
You love a good fixed match result.
They did lose to them earlier in the year. That game wasn't fixed.
No,
a lot of them were fixed.
But
a lot of guys' girlfriends are in there, right?
Just to be clear, I'm pretty sure they got boat raced by FIU earlier in the year. You guys sure you want to do this?
I am. Yeah,
yep.
I love FIU.
That place will be lit though. They have some of the best college basketball fans as far as they always support their teams.
I love Western Kentucky here.
All right, I'm gonna let this handicap is gonna be all on the shoulders of Ken Pom. Oh my goodness, he's got this as an 11-point game. Is this the right spread? Is this?
These are all real spreads.
Oh my goodness!
I told you, FIU's on the take. That's what makes it dicey.
11 points. My God, Utah Valley. I think Colby has taken in some action there before. Abilene Christian.
Now, Colby, stop the show. Did Kramer say what he was doing?
Yeah,
he did not. He said he did not specify. He's doing this.
This is all going to depend on Ken Pom.
And he said it's an 11-point number, which means I obviously like the favorite. This is not a show filled. I'm not in a room filled with donkeys, am I?
No,
11 greater than 7.5.
Just fucking say I'm taking Western Kentucky.
Well, if my number / Ken Pom's number has this game at 11,
Jesus Christ.
Obviously I like Western Kentucky. Got to spell it out for you?
Yeah, no. Okay. As someone who's writing down the picks, tell me what you're taking.
It's great, making some great
Colby,
points.
He didn't say I'm taking Western Kentucky. Now,
Colby, notice how I'm promoting your show right here. Nice t-shirt.
I'm rocking the first half unders t-shirt.
It's not a TC shirt.
No, they're all. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's college basketball.
I'm promoting Colby's show.
Some people wonder if the first half unders are still a thing.
Oh, they're going to be.
Who's wondering this?
This is probably going to be a great year for it because there's the first half under haters.
Oh, they're all out there.
It's great.
Bring it.
And of course, promo code Madness, 20% off everything from now until the tourney tips.
Now we know
20% off all your merch. Come on.
Now we know Colby's gone full tout. He wants to fade the first half under. I mean, come on. It's a.
I didn't say. I'm only representing the people in the chat.
I get you / people are saying. Yeah, of course they don't want. People get scared. People don't understand what a trend that hits year after year. It's like Marshawn Lynch. Utah Valley laying 3.5 against Abilene Christian. Colby.
Gigantic game. Absolutely gigantic game here. So Utah Valley is in first place ahead of Grand Canyon right now, right? And they got 2 games left. This game and then Tarleton with Billy Gillespie. They win this, they're going to get a share of the title. Now Abilene at the same time can solidify the 3 seed here with a dub. So you know, a lot of stuff at stake here. I tend to think that the question, see, Valley's at Abilene than at Tarleton. I do believe one of these two are going to bite them. They're 2 of the better teams to me since in the past couple months there in the conference. I'm going to say they get past this one though. I think they get had in Tarleton. Give me Utah Valley to clinch a share of the title here. Lay the 3.5.
He wasn't confident there. You hear that?
Yeah, Abilene Christian's offense has been pretty shitty.
Pretty ass.
Yeah.
Pretty ass. But that's the thing when you handicap these types of games. Both teams are ass.
Yeah.
Like they both have
there's ass, mega ass, super ass, and you have to figure out which one's which.
Abilene Christian, number 1 in turnover percentage on defense. That feels like a good enough nugget
for a home dog.
To give me a little home dog action there.
It's good.
Number 1 in turnover percentage, number 2 in steal percentage. That's all I need. Give it to me.
They haven't been that good as a home dog.
That's fine.
I'll take Utah Valley later.
Once again, happy to be an island against you losers. See, we're talking Matador basketball.
Oh, fucking hey, let's go, baby.
Riverside.
See, son.
7 p.m. on the West Coast. Northridge is a 1.5 point road favorite, Sean. Assume you're on them. Colby, which side are you on?
Well, the winner will get the 3 seed. The Big West is awesome this year. It's way up as a fucking conference. A lot of fun. A lot of fun this season. This conference is. I'm on Riverside at home. They've been they've got it done, and I know stacking the money's a matador, so that makes me like Riverside even more.
How dare you?
No, really, Riverside at home to me. I think they're the 3rd best team in this conference, but CSUN's been coming on late. But how about Riverside 13-1 at home? They get it done. Riverside wins by 2-3, something like that. They cover this thing.
We got our first Jesus bot, Sean. You see this?
Oh, shout out to Jesus.
We need we need the hot chick bots to get in here and do some battle with the Jesus bot. All right, Colby's on Riverside. Sean, I assume you're on CSUN. Just because
I mean, Riverside has been good as a dog. 11-4 ATS would be scary if you didn't have the CSUN Matadors, who've been very good as a favorite, road favorite. 21-8 overall. This isn't much of a road trip. It's a commuter school, so there's probably some local CSUN fans living in the Riverside area, and they've been red hot to start the year. They got wins at Long Beach State, at UCSB, who's usually a pretty good program, at Cal State Fullerton, not a problem. They're on a heater here on the road. I'm surprised, Colby, you don't realize what road legends they are, and this is a revenge game. UC Riverside got them in Northridge. I'm all over them.
Yeah, I was gonna say they already beat them.
What do you mean?
Simple handicap. They went to their house and beat them.
Yeah.
Now they got to come into the what do they call their place, Colby?
Terradome.
The meth lab.
The meth lab. We're calling it the meth lab.
The lab. Yeah. The lab.
Why are they called the Highlanders?
It's Highland.
High point of view. See the cops coming before you have to you have to burn down your still where you're cooking up some product. So you got.
Wow, we might have some fans that are from Riverside that are really unappreciative of your comments about their beautiful land. You know what? I will stand with the great people of Riverside. Give me Riverside as a home dog here. Give me the Highlanders.
Okay.
How do you? What's the coach's name, Colby?
For Riverside, it is
Mike Magpeo.
Yes. Is
that Italian?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. If you hear him talk,
he does not look
yeah.
Known Italian.
No, that's not Italian. Oh, I almost need to show the picture now. I'm going to show the picture. We'll let Sean be the judge. Sean.
Yes.
I know you don't see color, so this may be difficult to you, but just bone structure alone, does this resemble an Italian man?
Sicilian. He's got
Sicilian.
No, he looks like a Filipino gentleman.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Italian. Don't think he's Italian.
Although Filipinos, they have a great food culture, much like the
culture.
Italians. They like the gravy.
They like some noodles. All right, we're going to talk some locks and a dog. Before we do, shout out to Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate dog. Use that promo code SGPN. Get up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Colby, all my bonus credits are going away because we keep coming close and not finishing off our underdog entry. We had Cam Jones smashed it, 21 points, no problem. But Chucky Hepburn got hooked at 16.
You know what happened? They got up by too much, man.
Yeah.
They got up by too much and they rested their guys. Yeah. And we were on fire when you were in Cincinnati. So we're going to need you to go back to Cincinnati, Sean.
What do we got? CBB, any plays here, Colby? What do we like?
Let's go straight to FAU at UAB.
Okay.
Yaxel Lenborg. He's a beast.
I mean, for people who aren't familiar, YAXEL is the guy's first name.
He's a beast.
We like his higher points, right?
They're coming off a loss to Memphis too. They're battling for that 2 seed. So I think he's got to stay in, and it's senior night. So let's take the higher 18.5 points per game.
Now, Kramer, we've done this before. We remind Colby we need one higher and one lower.
He just likes the higher.
That's the ultimate formula.
He
for
just
us.
loves all.
All right. Well, I mean,
he's just a fan of college basketball, and he finds these small guys that he wants that deserve shine. He wants to be optimistic, but the winning formula for us has been one higher, one lower on these underdog entries.
well, you tell me if you want to go lower on this one, because Robert McRae and his father that listened to the College Experience and Sports Gambling podcast.
Shout out to the McRae family.
Higher than 17.5 points against these pesky North Alabama Lions.
Let's go. Shout out to Jacksonville. All right, so I will take that. And of course, if you want to tail Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN, higher 18.5. Yaxel Lendenborg sounds like a bad guy in Die Hard. Yaxel Lendenborg's taking over the tower. Yeah, the
Yaxel Bubby, I'm your white knight.
The Yakamoto Tower is now controlled by Yaxel and his associates. Higher 18.5 points. Robert McRae, higher 17.5. $100 entry returns you $315 over on UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie. MyBookie.ag. It's everyone goes, hey, who's your bookie? MyBookie is your bookie, and it's MyBookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. Live in-game wagering, easy deposit with sweet cryptocurrency, and even easier withdrawals. Head over to mybookie.ag and use that promo code SGPN. Mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Kramer?
Only 8 games. Are we still doing 3 locks?
If anyone should be, I was 6-3 and somehow 1-2 on my locks. If anyone should be wanting to knock down the locks, it should be me.
Yes.
Colby, are we?
I'm okay with it.
Let's stay with 3.
All right, Colby, of course, is going to.
You don't change horses midstream, guys.
No, you don't. That's a great point.
No.
Okay, Western Kentucky laying the 7.5. Yeah,
we're gonna take our new Italian Filipino head coach in Riverside plus the 1.5. By the way, did you know he's the first NCAA head coach of full Asian descent He was an assistant at Columbia and Campbell before taking a year off to work in the as the director of basketball operations for the San Francisco Dons. Then back into coaching at Riverside, where he eventually got promoted. Signed an extension in 2021. So that's lock number 2. Lock number 3. I'm tempted. Yeah, give me Michigan State. Easy.
Okay.
Easy. Tom Izzo, great coach.
Dog, what do you got, Kramer?
Abilene Christian.
ABC on the money line. For me, pretty easy here. Lock it up for Liberty. Lock it up for Western Kentucky and North Carolina Central catching the 10.5. Only sharp bettors will get down on that. For my dog,
I feel like you didn't learn anything from your experience today with these crap games.
no, these are the regular season games. That's what I'm locked into.
North Carolina Central feels like it's kind of like the tournament games. No offense.
Let's see. What am I going to do here? I will take UTEP on the money line. Tink, tink, tink. I like that. I stole that from TC. Colby.
Oh wow.
No, it's a good bit.
Yeah.
The minors. Tink, tink, tink. Colby, what are you doing? 3 locks and a dog.
We're gonna lock up the good old Flaming Libs of Liberty.
Yeah. What else we got?
We are going to lock up NC Central plus 10.5.
Kramer?
Oh my! Is he copying your locks?
No, iron sharpens iron.
We are going to lock up the tops of Western Kentucky minus 7.5.
Oh, this lock schedule looks familiar.
And the dog is the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Oh no!
He was gonna always. It
Let's
was always
go.
gonna be Iowa, Ryan.
Let's go.
No.
I predict the Benedict there.
I will say, wait on that number. It's going to go up to 8.5.
No, Mac's gonna be like, "Hey, dude, they're gonna clinch. It's a really good time to take them." So Mac's gonna change his mind on that one. All right, you want to talk about some conference tourneys?
People are calling for a discipline of your Benedict, including Benedict Dantold. He said discipline Colby for Thursday. Does it still exist for conference tournament games?
It does. So there's a thing, like these Thursdays have normally they're a ridiculously long card with a ton of mid majors.
Yeah.
And early out the gates, I was getting my ass kicked on these Thursdays. We were going, we liked too many of them. All these lines stunk. And then when I went to my discipline Thursdays, I've been on fire. Guys, I haven't had a losing night on TCE in weeks. You guys should really subscribe and tell a friend.
You guys can have a tout off here. Talk about your records. Let's talk. First 2 conferences we're talking about. First round is on Thursday. Missouri Valley Conference, which also I feel like
Arch Madness.
Arch
I was
Madness.
gonna say
best name of a tournament.
Is it?
Yes.
Arch Madness better than Arch Manning.
I mean, look, you say it like I'm going to defend the Manning name. He doesn't come out of Eli. He comes out of one of the other ones. So
I'm sure they'll put him in the Hall of Fame already, though. He ran for a 50-yard touchdown last year. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
I will say it does have a little bit of the feel of Shadur last year, where it's like, are we sure this guy's just going to be the top pick? No, I don't know about that. All right, Arch Madness. As we were mentioning, Sean called it the greatest name of any tournament. I don't. How many other tournaments even have a name?
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Well, you anytime I have a point, you immediately counter it. But what do you mean? See, you just did that there. You've been kind of combative.
You
Ryan.
boldly said it was the best, and I said, really?
No, it was really.
Yeah, like a question. Really?
Well,
there is Starch Madness. Starch Madness.
All right, that's a good counter. See, Colby's playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, that, again, I think not many have a proper name. So Missouri Valley, standard tournament structure though. So shout out to them for that. We don't have any of the funny business with the 3, 4, 5 rounds of buys, and complete neutral site played in St. Louis. That's actually where they get the Arch name from.
Just like the Starch Madness.
Have you guys been to the Arch?
I have.
Have you ever?
Never
I
been to
have.
St. Louis.
Yes.
Is it worth? Is it worth it?
No, there's also like the Budweiser or Miller Lite plant or something right there. I got
that
shit hammered
sounds-
there a couple
That
times.
sounds electric.
Right. I was looking for an Ozzie Smith statue. I couldn't find. But
I remember at a Busch Gardens, we went to the beer tasting thing and they had us drink skunked beer, and I think back on that, like what a stupid fucking thing to
The
participate.
the Coors Light tour in Colorado, in Golden, Colorado, is awesome. You get to see.
I have heard that. I have heard
It
that.
is, and you get some Coors Light at the end. It's like Willy Wonka for beer. And the town of Golden, Colorado is awesome. So maybe that just makes it cooler. But yeah, I like the Coors Light tour.
Was this the thing you did as a kid, and maybe it wasn't as cool when you're an adult?
No,
If you had a free
I was
ticket,
in my 30s, and the tickets are free.
Oh wow,
Sean, if you had a
get
free
two beers
ticket,
at the end, or more if you ask people, do they want to finish their beers? They don't tell you that when you sign up for the tour. They tell you about the 2 free beers, but you can ask other people because a lot of people only drink 1 beer.
you snake in their
easily
free
get-
beer.
Yeah, my wife, she only had 1 beer, so I was up to 3 beer. Another guy, he only had 1. His wife didn't want to finish her second one.
Hey
so-
buddy, you gonna drink that beer?
yeah. It's right off the line. It's fresh, Rocky Mountain freshness. You get to see the stream where they get the water from.
Oh,
there's so many things I want to say here. Like my brain's going crazy. I was going to ask you a question that's got to be put on ice. Sean, there was a forensic files with the creator of fucking Coors Light.
Yeah.
Did you ever catch that one where
I
it's like
vaguely remember.
150 years old or something, and he ends up murdered by like a river?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic stuff there. Anytime you get that, that's why the silver bullet's underrated. They've been involved in some murders.
Oh,
I was gonna ask
his
Arch
name
Madness.
Adolf?
I think so.
You don't need to do
think
too
so.
much research on the Coors family.
Yeah, it looks like his name was Adolf. Of course,
Unrelated.
Why?
was
It's
a
gonna ruin
fraud.
your. It's gonna ruin your get to Golden, Colorado. Take.
come on.
fairness,
Golden, Colorado is a great town.
in fairness, there was a lot more Adolfs back then.
Yeah, it was a popular
This was-
name. And all of a sudden, some wise
Adolf
guy
Rupp.
ruins the name.
Adolf Rupp.
And in fairness, he was Adolf Coors the third, and he was born in 1915. So he came around before the bad
Yeah,
Adolf.
come on.
All right, he was a copycat. Anyway,
I was gonna
just,
ask.
again, journalist.
I was gonna ask if you get free tickets to Arch Madness, free tickets to Starch Madness in Boise. Which one for the Big Sky tournament? Which one are you going to?
I would rather hang out in Boise, Idaho. I've never hung out in Idaho, but it's got some cool mountains.
I thought you dressed up as Nelly though one time.
I did. But I don't know if I'd do it in St. Louis. The St. Lunatics are lost their mind. Colby, did you see that story about Nelly? Was playing at a casino and he hit. He was playing like decent stakes casino at a slot machine. You know, like $100 a spin. Hits for like 75 grand. They take him. They like back office him, and they're like, they were like giving him the runaround about giving him his money. And they're like, yeah, we got to run a check and blah, blah, blah. And he had like an outstanding traffic thing. They end up arresting him like at the slot machine. Yeah, we talked about this on the show. And he found a couple like pills of Molly.
Attacking Nelly.
His attorney said they're going to get it thrown out, but it was just wild. Imagine
Has he got
if
the
you're
money
hanging-
yet?
Oh, he got the money. They paid
Okay.
him, but they also arrested him. It was an insane story.
No
Seems
though, right?
seems pretty racist to me over there. Where was this?
It was insane. I'll look it up.
I kind of would want to go to St. Louis to check out that arch, but it's probably incredibly lame. I think that's.
Yeah,
I would love to know.
you're not
and
missing
this is-
anything. You're not missing
this is-
anything.
I like Boise, like Sean said. There's mountains up there, not far from
Sun
it's not
Valley.
fresh air. I know a guy recently relocated to Idaho, swears by it.
Yeah,
says-
people like it up there. Nelly won't be charged after casino arrest. The rapper was searched and taken into custody amid what one source called a dumb arrest. So it seemed
that's the quote you got.
Well, I think I'm sure the quote was from his attorney, but they had no like
Or his posse.
right to search
Or his
him.
posse. Yeah, it sounds pretty racist. This was in St. Louis, you said too?
He's got to be a legend in St. Louis, right?
You would think they would know who the fuck that is.
Well, we did see this past year some cops working at a golf event arrest the best golfer.
Missouri Casino.
That sounds like it could be.
Well, once you get outside of St. Louis, you start going in Missouri.
Yeah.
I mean, have you?
Yeah.
What was the what was that show? Ozark. Yeah, a lot of. I don't know. The rural casinos can slippery group.
You would still think they know who the fuck he is, though, because he's probably like their biggest.
Maybe that's why they did.
Yeah.
And they were trying to give him a hard time. I don't know why you would drive a guy playing $100 slot machine. We can ask Derek. Those are guys you want to keep in the casino.
Yeah, seriously.
Not only the fact that the guy's
he's a maverick over at Circa.
We might be hanging him up at the NFL slot machine. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's just one of those things. I think you find yourself sitting in a slot machine, realizing you're like, why the fuck am I sitting in a slot machine? This isn't fun. I could be throwing dice right now. So I think I'm just going to start doing more dice, less slot machine. Sorry, Nelly.
Slot.
All right, let's talk. So game number 1, and Mac did inform us. He when we said, hey, we want some daytime fucking basketball, he said, guys, I got you. Thursday, 10 a.m. here for the Missouri Valley. This is the early game.
Neutral.
Yeah. I'm talking time.
Yeah.
What's the neutral?
I'm just pointing out.
That's the Arch Madness stuff we covered. Indiana State 9 seed, Salukis the 8 seed, laying 1.5 for the Salukis. What are we doing, Colby?
Well, Indiana State lost that fat blob of mayo that Sean was referring to yesterday.
Never been better. Easiest way to drop 260 pounds.
Indiana State did just drill them on March 2nd by 18. Revenge. My boy Stone Labanowitz is a Saluki.
Yeah, that's
they got
true.
a great mascot, and to me, I think they're actually the better roster. I really believe they're the better roster out of the two teams. Indiana State just beat their ass. Freak game. No way it's sustainable here. Give me these Salukis. There's a reason why they're favored after just getting drilled by 18 on March 2nd. Let's go Salukis.
It is a little odd. This would be one that I would assume Colby, the fortune teller, bet. Someone's telling someone something about this number. The last game they played, these end of season double dips. So was this game locked up when that game happened, Colby?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So they didn't lose intentionally to play this game again.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Just confirming.
Yeah, that is weird that they just played them and then that this number is that short.
Power numbers and such.
I do like the instant revenge. I do like Stone and the Salukis. I'll ride with Colby and the Salukis. Southern Illinois laying the 1.5. Kramer, what are you doing?
It seems like I'm going to take the team that just absolutely fucked them up. Give me Indiana State. 12:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Missouri State, the 12 seed. Illinois State, the 5 seed. Illinois State laying 4.5. Colby.
All over Illinois State here. Missouri State's 1-12 away from their stadium. Illinois State is like a team that I actually think could win this conference. Now, not saying they will, but I think they're a legit good basketball team. Quanzo Martin in year 1 at Missouri State. I just think Illinois State with what is this? Chase Walker, I think his name is. They got some dogs. Give me the Redbirds to get it done.
Dog.
Yeah, this team's horrible. This Missouri State team's not very good.
So what are you doing, Ryan?
I'm certainly not gonna. Again, these small. This is a relatively small number considering what I would imagine. We pull it open. You could attack this from many different levels, but they're a team that wants to slow it down. And they're trash. They're bad at offense. They won't score a lot of points. They're 2-18 in conference, Sean. Can't do it. Although we will get one of these in the tourney. By the way, I didn't bring it up. Missouri Valley Conference is number 11 according to KenPom conference power rankings this year. Any chance they get 2 teams, Colby?
Yes, because if Drake gets upset, Drake should have the outright bid.
So you think Drake's definitely in, regardless of what they do?
Well, they should be, but we've seen years ago Illinois State, I think, was 25-5 or something like that, 26-4, and they got shafted when they.
The straight team's pretty good. I mean, that would be tough.
Yeah, I'll take Illinois State laying the 4.5.
All right. Evansville, the 10 seed, Murray State, the 7 seed, the Racers. We've had some fun with them in March before. Murray State laying 5.5. I should pull up the map of this conference real quick. Colby, what do you like here?
Yeah, this is actually, I think, one of the trickiest of the games here. So Evansville won by 4 last time they played late January. Surprise, Murray State's a 5.5 point favorite, but both these teams have been ass down the stretch. So both these teams are 4-6 in their last 10 games. Give me the points. So the only thing that scares me a little bit is I would have set this a little lower, I think, but give me the points in the Purple Aces.
Purple Aces. That's a fun nickname. Where do they come up with it? Why are they the Purple Aces, Colby?
That's a good question. Kramer, quick.
What's that? Oh, you want a little mascot knowledge? I'm sure I could just let me get this off the top of my head with my here's my snorkel mask right here. A local sports writer described their basketball team as playing like aces. And the purple comes from the school's color scheme of purple and white. So not yeah. At least they were talking about the basketball team. So that's fun. Playing like aces. Not a poker thing either. That's not fun.
Which if they're already ruined the Oakland A's, unfortunately. No. But me and I believe it was the great Scott Bowser put our minds together last time in That's Vegas scary. After we did multiple whippets and maybe 16 drinks, but if the A's are going to end up in Las Vegas, which I'm very against because they already ruined the Raiders, they're going to ruin the A's now. No. But if they are, they got to be the dealers, right? They got to be the Las Vegas dealers, or you could keep the A and you could go Aces. But I think
Aces is kind of fun.
I think the dealers is the perfect name.
The Vegas Sharks.
What?
The Loan Sharks, baby.
I'll take Evansville with Colby. Murray State's just not good as a favorite ATS 7-10. So should be a 1 bucket game. Give me Evansville here, catching the big number. Kramer, what are you doing?
Colby, I sensed a pretty strong. Do we think maybe? I feel like he could Benedict this one.
Nope.
Possibly. It is a big number. I'm going to lay it though.
Really?
This is a conference of they're telling us something.
Okay.
Valpo, the 11 seed. Where is UIC, Colby?
Chicago.
It's in the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
This is one of those like remote campuses.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's actually like smack in the city. The last time I was there, I actually stayed like right next to UIC. When I had COVID a couple months early, when I had COVID, it was a couple months before that actually shut down the world.
Colby got COVID before it was cool.
Yeah, it's
we did when Colby kept getting COVID. We did call him COVID for a while there in the office. It's like, I got COVID again. Like, Colby, you're supposed to be in our bubble. What happened?
Oh man, I remember when Colby went on his cross country COVID trip,
trying to get all the small school strains. He could. It's like Pokemon. You got to get all the strains.
He almost broke DGen Madness.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So, yeah, Colby, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm going to take UIC. UIC is the better team. They did fade a little bit down the stretch for their last 10 games, but Valpo's been a beacon of shit all year. Fade the Crusaders Valpo there. Yeah, and I just think, and that game was actually that game was a little worse than the final score indicates. I think they do it again. Give me the Flames. Flame on.
This is weird though. Like some of these games, the instant revenge, they don't factor it in at all. Whereas this UIC just beat them by 4. I'm going to take, I'll take the instant revenge. Give me Valpo to cover this one.
I feel like I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna just. It's like playing rock paper scissors. Like I'm just gonna keep throwing rock. Give me the team that just won.
Okay, so you're taking UIC laying the 4.5.
I'm not getting cute. I'm not trying to play chess in the Missouri Valley Conference. All right, you want to talk some futures? Well, Sean has left the show.
Gotta shit his pants.
That's happened before.
It's 2 pages long, by the way.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, so we got Drake, a very attractive piece of chalk for this conference at -110. The Bradley Braves +340, Northern Iowa +475, Belmont +1200, Illinois State 15-1, Murray State 22-1, the Flames of Illinois Chicago 28-1, Southern Illinois 50-1, the Salukis, Indiana State 80-1, Missouri State 120-1. Colby, you can put it over your face. I think that's the Valpo 150-1, and Evansville, the Purple Aces 200-1. Sean, are we big game hunting in this conference, or are we just taking Drake because they're obviously the best team in the conference?
I feel like Drake, the chalk usually pays out.
This is a good conference, though. I think part of the reason this conference is viewed as so well is because Drake is very good, but also they lost some games in conference this year. So,
yeah, I don't know, Colby. What's your take? I'll defer to the expert here. What's intriguing?
Yeah, can you show the bracket again, Kramer?
I would love to show the bracket.
So you got what? So Drake is in the same side as. So to me, I think your south side of the bracket is the most likely to have a team to knock off Drake. But I will say Illinois State is capable. Like if they get there, though, they got to go through Belmont. But Illinois State's a really good team, I think. But I'll just to me it's give me Bradley and actually I think Northern Iowa is the play I like most. Northern Iowa barely lost to Drake in overtime. It's a rivalry game. They're both in Iowa. If they get there now. Northern Iowa's got to go through Bradley, but Bradley just beat them down on senior day. So I like UNI's chances to maybe pull the upset on Bradley if they face
Drake
off. Yeah, I think Drake will get to probably the championship game, but
I like Colby's strategy here. You're taking the 2 favorites in the other side of the bracket. Feel like we got a pretty good chance to have a nice price against Drake coming into the conference championship.
Razor sharp.
And Bradley, I mean Bradley in particular, number 4 in the conference offense, number 4 in the conference defense, very well balanced team, good from behind the arc, 39%, and number 1 free throw percentage. You know what? I don't need UNI. Just give me Bradley.
Good behind the arch, Sean.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. What am I thinking?
Give me Drake. I'm not getting cute again.
Yeah, come on. It's just all favorites. I get it.
No, not all favorites. In this conference, it's a favorite. Yeah,
you got an angle. I get it.
You know what I'm going to do?
Everything.
So mark me down for Northern Dude, and mark me down for Illinois State. I think they could. Well, I just feel like, dude, you have 5 capable teams here, but I just think Northern Iowa will get the revenge on Bradley.
Colby's like a car dealer. You really bought that piece of shit I was selling you with Bradley? Thing just dropped in value as soon as you drove it off the lot.
Yeah, I'll buy it
back with Bradley.
This conference is great though, because you really have, to me, like Drake. Okay, they kicked ass all year, but man, they barely got past Northern Iowa. They barely got past. UIC beat them earlier in the year. So I do believe you have like 5 or 6 teams that are capable of winning this thing. So there's some really good value here. In most conferences, I don't think you could say that, but I think there's six good legit options here.
All right, now I got to take Illinois State because Colby.
He's really
come on. I gotta get a little Illinois State.
Yeah.
Go. Let's add them. Right. You know what, Sean? I'll meet you in the middle. Then put me down for Bradley too.
Okay.
Jesus.
Bradley, right, Northern Iowa, Illinois State.
I'm just going Bradley and Illinois State.
This is
Kramer's in the
wild.
Kramer's the no fun guy.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just like
winning's fun. West Coast Conference.
Not really. Come on.
EV is
Depends
fun.
what the
you
price
fucking
is at.
Loser. All right, let's head over to the WCC, which I missed the memo on the WCC welcoming Oregon State and Washington State in for the conference tournaments. Unfortunately, they institute this looks a little bit like the Tongs. Sean, the flying V. It's not quite a full. I don't think you have a full 2 quads on each side because one tail is longer than the other.
I'm with CJ. The barbecue tongs is a great name,
but this is an uneven barbecue tong.
Yeah,
the bottom side of the bracket is longer than the top side of the bracket.
Who's Pacific playing? They don't even get the screen.
Colby,
Colby cut them out.
Your graphics guy is slipping a little bit, Colby. So we don't have a ton of games to talk about because of the structure. So we start with San Diego, the 11 seed, Pacific, the 10 seed. This is being played in Vegas, Sean.
Okay. Maybe we'll head over, catch a game after VC.
It is. I was whoa, wow. Let's see. It almost certainly is. Yeah. Orleans. That's why I wanted to confirm that. So we can head over to the Orleans, have a nice day. Take in some basketball. Colby, do we like San Diego here?
No. UC San Diego, because we do like them. But
yeah, this is Steve Lavin, San Diego, and they've been fucking horrible this year.
Is UC San Diego in the WCC?
No, they're in the Big West.
So
we're talking to San Diego.
But Ryan, some of the people might not know that. I was clarifying.
Okay, that's great clarification.
Christ. San Diego, the Toreros are 0-12 away from beautiful San Diego there. But I think Pacific, I know they're 9-23 and they've lost 4 straight, but they're a little bit better than they were a year ago. So they're showing strides to me. This is called a winning streak. I'm gonna lay it here. Lay the 1.5. They won by 2 last time they played. They win by 6 or 7 here. Let's go.
Pacific could be a lock because
really, that's reckless.
You got San Diego. They have won 1 game in the calendar year, and it was the last game they played. They're coming off their 1 fucking win,
so they're hot.
If they had any Gatorade, if the program could afford it, they would have dumped it. Pacific is the lock of the day here in these conference tournament games all day on Pacific.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know if I'd say a lock though. That this feels like a lot of fragility in this matchup.
Sean, do I need to remind you that Buddy Ryan coached at Pacific?
No, but thank you for that.
We got to take Ryan. Pacific, right?
Yeah, I know Buddy Ryan. Come on, let's go.
I mean,
do they still have a football team, Colby?
Nope.
Oh no. Why did
but Pete Carroll played safety for him too.
Really?
Yeah.
Pete Carroll over the middle. I like that.
They got a lot of history.
A bunch of sunshines hanging out in the West Coast.
They got a ton of history, and they just said, "Hey, let's stop playing, football." And
did anyone notice?
No.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, a lot did. A lot did.
Colby's one of the many Pacific.
Alonzo Staggs family noticed. All right. What's that?
Oh, I was going to go to the next game, but yeah.
Oh, please. I know you guys don't want to bring back legendary football programs.
Well, I mean, I would love to, but sometimes you got to put an old dog down. Pepperdine, Portland. This game is on Friday. Again, the uneven tongs only gave us 1 Thursday game. So Pepperdine, the 9 seed, is laying. Pick Dundee has Pepperdine laying 2 against Portland. The 8 seed, of course, again, this is being played at the Orleans in beautiful Las Vegas. Colby, why do we think the 9 seed will be favored over the 8 seed?
Wait, hold on.
Colby, did you get it right?
I fucked this up. It's Portland -2. Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
No, Ken Palm does have Pepperdine favored by 1.
Oh.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So
what does Torvik have? What's
your
boy Torvik? Colby's a big Torvik guy.
Yeah.
Any guy named Bart is very trustworthy.
Bart.
Bart Starr, Bart Simpson, all the greats.
Yeah. Let's go. Wait, what does Torvik have it at? 2.
Shout out to Nathan
2. Pepperdine -2. He has Pepperdine -2.
Okay, so you want to meet in the middle?
Yep.
Say pick 'em.
No, it would be Pepperdine -1.5.
Oh, yes. Oh, I thought you said Portland. That's right. Colby screwed up twice now. That's unbelievable. 1.5 then.
Okay.
1.5. Final answer.
This is interesting because Pepperdine got their ass kicked at home by Portland. They lost by what, 20 points?
And a lot of other teams.
Yeah, I mean
They've also lost 5 straight. coming into Vegas here.
And they're favored.
Yeah,
we should take them. They're telling you to take them.
Portland's got a pulse. I'm taking Portland. As a dog, that's crazy.
Pepperdine.
They've won. Pepperdine lost twice to Portland in February.
Anytime Colby says they're telling you to do something,
they're telling you.
The gambling people.
Both games were 20-point games, Sean. What is going on with this spread?
I'm taking Portland.
I'm starting to think Colby's onto something.
Maybe I'm a madman.
Oh yeah.
Someone knows something.
Shout out to Pepperdine. They were on last year. They were on the same flight as me going out to Vegas.
Really?
And what'd they tell you?
No, they all, some of the guys got A-list preferred, some weren't. So,
well, that's embarrassing.
Well, I mean, I felt bad. Some of the guys were like 6'7" in the Southwest seat. Luckily, you're only in there for like 35 minutes.
That's crazy. I will join Colby. This actually no. That's my theme has been just take the obvious.
No.
Portland +1.5. 20-point games both times. Impressive. All right, let's bring up the future odds for the WCC. Gonzaga now favored -145. The Gales of St. Mary's +140. Santa Clara +1200. The Dons of San Francisco 14-1. Oregon State, formerly of the Pac-12, the Beavers. Did they bring the chainsaw for the basketball games, Colby? 50-1. Washington State, the Cougars 100-1. LMU, where is Kelly LePepe? Will he be back rooting on his old squad? 250-1. Portland 300-1. Pepperdine 350-1. Pacific and San Diego as well. I assume we just cross off the super long shots in this conference, right?
Where's the bracket again?
Yes, sir. Let me get that.
Can we talk ourselves into Oregon State, Colby? Or is that how many games would they have to win? Let's see.
I don't think.
Nah, I gotta wait.
I think you want the top side of the bracket.
Yeah.
I don't think you can take a long shot outside the top 4 teams. Maybe that's crazy, but.
Well, I mean, are you including Santa Clara in there? Because them at 12 at 12-1 is kind of interesting.
4 is included.
Oregon State's 50-1. Now that would involve them. I don't know. I'm just looking at some of the conference stuff. Oregon State's offense has been pretty good. I don't know, Colby. It's probably just going to be Gonzaga or St. Mary's. What are you doing here?
Yeah, you're getting good value on St. Mary's here, but St. Mary's has won so many games in a row. You want them to lose a game. You want them to make the championship game and lose. I think if you're a fan of the Gales, just because what are the odds of you winning that many and going deep into March? Yeah, I'll take a shot at Santa Clara.
Yeah, it's fun.
So from what I can tell, Oregon, by the way, Oregon State basically lost all the games they played against the top 4 teams.
That's what I was talking to Colby.
They beat Gonzaga.
Yeah. 6-2 then maybe.
Yeah.
But point being, I don't know if I would play a long shot in this division.
Yeah, I'm with Colby. I'm just going to play Santa Clara. And then if it ends up being Gonzaga, St. Mary's, which it'll probably be, then the price won't be that much. You won't be kicking yourself of like, oh, I didn't have a St. Mary's future. Like you're going to be somewhat close to what they are to win the tourney for that championship game. If it ends up going 1-2.
You think so?
I mean, not crazy. Neither of those teams are going to be like -200.
Yeah, no,
I mean, if
St. Mary's beat Gonzaga twice this year,
right? But they're still a dog to win the conference, right? So that's saying the market is telling you they would probably make Gonzaga a slight favorite, -145 versus +140 the other way. If it's 1 and 2, it's probably going to be pretty similar odds. So I don't think it makes sense to play a future here because you can just sit it out, maybe take a dart on Santa Clara. That's what I'm doing, and then I'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, and just the way that it's stacked up, like San Francisco lost both their games to Gonzaga. Granted, that last one was that wonky fake home game, but still, it just seems like the final is going to be Gonzaga and St. Mary's.
Yeah, so I don't mind sitting out the top two because I don't think you're getting any good value on the price here.
So you're just not. So you're throwing a dart on something you don't think that is really.
No, at 12 to 1.
Hard to beat Hard to beat a team 3 times, right?
I think Santa Clara 12 to 1 is worth a small sprinkle.
I'll take. I mean, this is the to me. Gonzaga wins this tournament. Everyone's talking about it. They become a very popular team into the actual tournament.
But I'm just saying, in the championship game, if Gonzaga looks good at the semi-championship game, are you getting a better price than -145? I don't think that you are.
Yeah, well, let's put a pin in this and we'll see.
Okay.
They only have to win one game to get to the championship.
No, but I'm saying but that's essentially a parlay that you're getting down on at -145.
Yes.
But really, you could probably bet the championship game at -145.
Possibly, but what's the number for them? What's the number when they play San Francisco or whoever they would play?
Okay. Yeah. So take that times what they would be in a championship.
You're saying
game.
I should take no futures and just mechanically parlay.
Yeah.
Gonzaga.
I mean, if you want to push back on the odds, yeah, that would be better odds. Yes.
What do you think that number would be, Colby, if they play San Francisco?
Who? The Gonzaga? 15 again.
Yeah. So maybe it's still a good price, actually. Doing the math, I'm taking Gonzaga on the future.
All right.
Next up, we got the. Well, I was doing math, making sure that your statement was not correct, and I don't think it will. But we'll find out.
So wait, in what world wouldn't they be a favorite? If they're going to play in the championship game, they would be a favorite, right? Gonzaga over St. Mary's.
All right, I'll do the math. What would that spread be, Colby? Gonzaga, St. Mary's neutral.
Oh man, I tend to think St. Mary's should be favored there. St. Mary's fucking whooped their ass in the kennel.
But why is St. Mary's not favored for the tournament?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that didn't make a lot of sense to me. But maybe they just counting on Gonzaga wins this tournament every year. They're in a more desperate spot.
I mean, what would have to happen?
People have them power rated as like the 4th best team in the country right now. People are losing their mind.
St. Mary's.
No, Gonzaga.
Okay. Yeah. So they would be a favorite.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I'm confused at what you're trying to say.
Colby just said he would make St. Mary's the favorite, and I was pushing back on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's wrong. I mean, it's obviously wrong, but I'm just saying, like, how big of a favorite would they be against St. Mary's for it to work out to where you're getting -145? That's essentially the calculus. So if I do the math, let's see.
The audience is loving this segment.
It's because they're going to be such a massive favorite in their first game.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to make. Effectively, I can maybe make 5%, 2,000 to win 100 on a 15-point favorite, something like that. And so, unless their price is effectively going to be short against St. Mary's, maybe you're right, Colby. But I'm going to bet that the number ends up being bigger than both of you expect. So I'm taking the future. Let's talk about the Colonial.
So you think they're going to be bigger than -145 favorites in the championship game?
Yes.
Okay, and then that would be justified by the mechanical parlay.
What do you mean?
The difference in price.
So that's the math I was just doing. So in order for
what would you make it on Gonzaga, St. Mary's?
I think it's going to end up being like 4 to 5 points.
Okay, and so what's the money line?
What's that, like -170, Colby?
4 or 5 points.
So
you think the Zags will be 4.5 to 5 point favorites against St. Mary's?
People are very into them in the gambling markets. Yes, will make that. The future would suggest that. If I unpack if I do the reverse mechanical parlay, so 170 with -2,000, 145 would pay 96.81. So better price to take the -145.
I think it would be like 1.5. If they're making the Zags favored, it's not going to be by much because they have got their ass whooped by St. Mary's.
Okay. I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out on what day will it be? 6 p.m. March 11th. We'll find out.
All right. Stay tuned. Or they lose.
That's also losing's also in the range of outcomes, but they won't lose until the final. So we'll still get to see what the number is. All right, let's head over to the how many years have we been doing the Coastal Athletic Association? Colby?
What's that?
But how many years have the rest of the population been calling it the Coastal Athletic Association?
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Bit. The Colonial
doesn't acknowledge
the Colonial Athletic Association, beautiful DC, Washington DC, our nation's capital. Let's see here. Where did I put? I went out of order here. A nice classic bracket. You got a couple play-in games, then right into a nice traditional 8 team quarterfinal, and then you got the double bye for your top 4 seeds. So I would say this was the first progression of them experimenting with the idea of getting more teams in conference tournaments and more buys. So we got a lot of games here. We'll rattle through them pretty quickly. We got this is all on Friday, so all projected by Pick Dundee. Stony Brook, Delaware, 12-13 matchup that everyone wants to hear about. Colby, you're projecting 5.5 point favorite for the Blue Hens.
Yeah, I mean they just played and Delaware won by 10, but
I know the human being and fish can coexist.
I will take the sea wolves, which I believe are a fish, despite the I've argued with this. Sea wolves are an unknown fish that's out there.
Sea wolves coming in hot.
And Delaware's lost
Delaware?
6 straight. It says Delaware Blue Hens shit.
Who's Delaware to be favored by 5.5? I'm with Colby. Give me Stony Brook in the points. Seawolves, badass
A seawolf
nickname.
is a subspecies of the gray wolf found in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, why is their logo them in the water?
Well, also they're not in the Pacific Northwest. So I don't know what they're. Yeah, to your point, maybe they thought it was. This is actually very confusing. Give me Stony Brook as well. What?
Although I've read articles. I've read articles that dogs used to be dolphins.
What?
What?
They found some dolphins with hind legs, and they're trying to say that dogs came from dolphins.
Wait, they found
They
dogs with hind legs?
They both
you didn't know this?
Your leg.
I got a lot of. I'm telling you, Peter Francisco last night. Now I'm dropping this on you.
Dolphins and dogs will hump your leg if they're horny enough. I mean, I can see it. Dolphins are pretty cool animals. You can see it. Them, I call them sea dogs. Yeah, I can see it.
Wolfie the sea wolf is the mascot.
That's pretty lazy. Now, what is he? Is he dressed as a wolf with like a scuba mask? What can we get eyes on the sea wolf?
It's actually I mean, I'll throw it on the screen, but it might.
Oh, this is dog shit. This is what I'm thinking.
It might offend some people, so I don't. I'll take it down really quickly if it's offensive. But look at this thing. This looks like a bad stuffed animal you'd win at the fair.
Well, this is retarded, and sorry for my language, but how? There ain't nothing see about it. It's just a wolf. You lazy pieces of shit. Give him some. Is he on a boat? Is he got a fishing rod? Is he wearing an eye patch?
Honestly,
does he have a peg leg?
He looks like.
Give me one thing that he is that associates this guy with the sea.
Wolfie the has a creatine problem. Wolf, sea wolf. This look at the muscles on this wolf.
And the guy's wearing a jersey. This doesn't look like a guy who's ready to hop in the sea. What is this? Give him a pirate shirt or something.
Yeah, this is
horrible.
It does feel the mascot.
I instantly regret taking Stony Brook.
Should we get off?
No, I still like the spot.
Are you sure? That's
I don't know shit about Stony Brook.
Pretty weak mascot. 1:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We're in DC. all day long. North Carolina A&T, the 14 seed, Hofstra, the 11 seed. Colby has if you ever see Colby in person, ask him about Wayne Corbett. It's a great story. Hofstra laying a projected 6 points. What are we doing here?
You are taking the points because A&T's been on the take and they have fixed everything. I mean, I don't know. This is an interesting one. Hofstra, I think, is one of the hardest teams to get a read on in college basketball. But
just
ever since
70 to 49.
Yeah, I'm going Hofstra.
Yeah.
I'm developing
Give me A&T.
Really? The team you just
A&T.
said that was on the take that just lost by 31 to this team.
Nationally televised. You can't be on the take in this one.
Come on.
Can't be on the take in this one.
Yeah, we said that.
And look,
I locked up these teams that would be inspired because the FBI was watching them.
Yeah,
that failed miserably.
Or you owe a little to the bookie and the season's running down. This could be your last game to fix.
No.
Well, yes.
Elon. They beat Elon and Campbell in the past 2 weeks.
Colby keeps wanting to talk about East Carolina.
Yeah, Hofstra. They won. They won by like a literal metric fuck ton.
All right, Elon.
Elon, which always was a notable school on the East Coast for having a good ratio, kind of like American, Sean. They're taking on your Drexel Dragons, minus a projected 1. What are we doing here, Colby?
I will take Elon. They're the better team.
This game's on Saturday.
Elon? What did I put?
No, you're right.
Yeah,
I made a mistake. Yeah.
Well, Garfield Turner's out for the year for Drexel, and Drexel. Now Elon did just beat them like a month ago, but
Sean's on Drexel probably.
Yeah, Drexel's going to be the dog here, and they're going to be barking, baby. Don't let the Dragons get hot, and they have been hot. They've won 4 in a row coming into this game. Lousy ass Elon, who they lost to at home. This is a good revenge spot. 100% on.
Elon just lost that weird ass Wolf.
Yeah, come on, this is easy.
So Colby, you're on Elon.
Drexel's.
I am on Elon.
Oh boy,
he sounds like a influencer the way he's saying he's on Elon.
This is a true mythical battle between the Phoenix and the Dragons. Who I think the Phoenix would take down a dragon. I think it's more mythical. Give me Elon. Then we have you'll get to see the winner of the Stony Brook Delaware game against Campbell. Then we have Hampton, the 10 seed, Northeastern, the 7 seed. Northeastern projected to be laying a point here. Colby.
This is a good game. This is a good game. I mean, Hampton's really been good.
Stretch.
This is a good game, man. Look, Hampton just won by 9 back on February 8th. I think Hampton's been the better team this year, man. But Northeastern playing pretty good ball down the stretch. Give me Northeastern. Hampton's young, dumb. I think when you're the younger team, takes you a little bit to get used to winning in these tournaments. So I'm going to go with Northeastern here. Northeastern's dumb too, but don't get me wrong. They're
the Ivy League of the South.
Really?
They quit their football program. They're even dumber than But
Florida State.
Yeah.
No, well they are technically in Boston, but it's just funny to think of.
It's a baby fucking
Merrill Hodge.
They're the TAMU Ivy League Northeastern.
Oh.
Merrill Hodge had it out for Northeastern when he came on our show. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't recall that. I tuned out a lot of the Merrill Hodge interview. Feel free to go back and listen.
Find a way, Sean. Find a way.
No, I'm against you, Colby. I'm taking Hampton. I mean, they kicked their ass.
I do like this team. I mean, Hampton's team. I do think they've found something moving forward. It's just they're inexperienced to me. Northeastern is. That's when I say when they're young and dumb. It's not a play on Hampton. It's a play on their team not having success really and not being an experience to be winning in tournaments.
If you isolate it to the conference tourney, better offense and better defense. Give me Hampton.
Yeah. No, give me Northeastern. And I would say I'm going to go back. I'm going to circle back to I like these teams that play short benches that are getting a little hot here. Good chemistry building. That's it. That's the end of this conference. Again, you'll get to see the winner of that A&T Hofstra game against Monmouth at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. So look forward to that in a couple days. Let's look at the futures. Nope, that's not right. There we go. UNC Wilmington, another sea creature. They're the Seahawks. Charleston, Wilmington plus 200, Charleston plus 380, Towson plus 450, William and Mary plus 850, the Camels of Campbell plus 1300, Drexel 14-1, Elon 16-1, Northeastern 17-1, Hampton 22-1, and Hofstra 30-1.
Isn't there a second page too?
Is there? That's where the Seawolves are, right? Blue Hens of Delaware 45-1, Monmouth, the Hawks.
The team Colby's on AC
50-1.
A&T is 250-1.
Stony Brook and A&T are 250-1. We have a Sea Hawk and a Sea Wolf and a Dragon and a Phoenix all in the same conference. Wild times. And imagine they used to be called the Colonial too. Colby, what's the long shot play here?
The long shot play. Go back to the odds. I think what is the best value you can get? Go back to the slide.
I'm gonna jump out at the Campbell Camels.
Oh, all right.
Because they play really good defense, and that's you look at what you're going to be facing in some of these top seeds. UNC Wilmington, that's their game. They hit the 3 ball. Campbell's the best team at defending the 3. That's the kind of edge you need. I like leading into teams that play good defense, and Campbell #1 in conference defense. Yeah, obviously their offense isn't as good. Otherwise they'd be higher rated. But in a short couple game stretch, I trust the Campbell Camels at 13-1. Awesome logo as well. The camel looks pissed. Give me Campbell plus 1300. Kramer or Colby, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the long shot, to me, you want to stay in the great state of North Carolina, and you want to go to Elon. I think Elon, the Phoenix, for the long shot, even though they've lost 3 in a row to end the season, which is never good. But I think for the long shot, that's the angle. For the actual play, give me Towson plus 450. They're the 1 seed.
Yeah.
This tournament's in DC. They're going to have the crowd.
You don't think Charleston takes down their 3rd straight?
No, I don't. I think it's either Wilmington or Towson that really wins this thing.
I'm with Colby. Give me Towson plus 450. Give me the Camels at 13-1. Kramer, what are you doing? I assume
I'm
UNC
tempted,
Wilmington.
Well, no, I'm tempted to pull off what you guys did in the other bracket we were just talking about, but I think I take Towson and Charleston.
Okay.
Box them in, come out with a little EV.
All right.
They used to be called the College of Charleston. Winners. No long shots for me. Last one.
No fun league.
I like winners. I'm a winner. I'm going for winners. I'm not just spraying the board. I'm not playing your tout tricks. Last one. SoCon used to be a specialist, not so much anymore. We're heading to Asheville, North Carolina. Well, I'm stalling as I try to find. We're at Nashville, North Carolina. Colby, this one is a little difficult to read. I got to be honest.
I couldn't find another normal one. This is from their website. I was searching around. So
how are there so many millions of dollars in college sports, and like they haven't figured the idea of a standard bracket.
ESPN didn't even have the score bug for most of the Lehigh game. I'm like watching on my phone as well to make sure I'm keeping, and it was really annoying because the phone was like 30 seconds ahead of the game.
That's literally some kid, some producer.
Well, finally they decided to add a like picture in picture of a camera they added just filming the scoreboard at the game.
Unreal.
It was hilarious.
All right, so standard layout. Like I said, we're playing all the games at the Cherokee Center at a casino, Sean. So that's always good. Asheville, North Carolina.
It's a casino that we get tagged in often by Weehawk.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Weehawk.
And I'm sure he'll be there. I assume. And the games first, the playing games are on Friday. The rest of them are on Saturday. Pretty standard format. I like this. This is a very classic structure to me. Big fan of it. All right, let's talk about a couple games. Western Carolina. Speaking of Weehawk, Mercer, the 8-9 matchup, 6-point projected favor for Mercer. Colby.
Well, they just played not that long ago. And
the last game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they got their ass whooped.
This happens all the time, man.
Yeah. Which is a little concerning, but you know what? I'm just going to trust the fact that Western Carolina seem to be, I know they're terrible this year, but they have a first year head coach. They seem to be a little more chippy towards the second half of the season.
That's a red flag of handicapping the handicapper. When Colby describes a team as chippy, he's wish casting. He wants them to be good.
They'll have the crowd.
He would love for this Western Carolina team to pull it off.
Yeah,
I'm going Mercer -6. The more we do these, the more I'm leaning into the team that just kicked their ass doing it again.
I will say this is a little different because they potentially could have a crowd, and they did beat Mercer at home earlier in the season. So I'm with Colby.
Really?
Yeah.
Chippy. Okay.
Well, not so much the chippy part, but the idea that when having the crowd, they showed up last time, they were able to take it down. Could be live on the dog, Sean. Citadel, VMI. This is a good old fashioned matchup here.
Historic rivalry right here.
Historic. Yeah. This dates all the way back, probably Revolutionary War time, I assume. VMI laying
they back in 1843, the winning team won a chamber pot of the opposing general. It's been a tradition they've passed down from generation after generation. They briefly switched it out to a spittoon from 1960 to 1965. Not a lot of people know that. That's my Colby imitation.
Well, I mean, I assume the football game, I believe, has a name. Let me look at this up.
It does. It does. It does. It's
the military classic of the South is the rivalry game between the football teams. I wonder if the basketball teams have something going as well.
It's always a rivalry. I think it does. They could be fucking badminton, and I believe they have these two schools. It's a good rivalry school.
Kramer.
Yes.
Trivia. When was the last time Citadel won a game?
When was the last time at basketball?
Yeah.
January 4th.
Nope. Yeah, go back a year.
All right. December 4th.
Close. December 3rd against Toccoa Falls. They won 94 to 57.
Is that one of those D2 programs?
Is that the like the Women of Arts or what's that school?
But hear me out, Sean. Guess who's the 1 seed? Chattanooga. No, Chattanooga's the 1 seed. The Citadel on February 22nd lost at Chattanooga 76-75. They also lost to a few other schools and that were higher up in the seating, obviously, but they played.
They also lost to Furman by 43 points, right?
And four one of those times. So
the only Division 1 team they beat was Stetson, which is a bottom 15 team in Division 1.
Okay, Colby, who is Erskine? Erskine?
That's in North Carolina. That's the University of North Carolina.
They only lost to Boston College by 9 points.
Yeah,
they're good at losing by not a lot of points, and it sounds crazy, but I kind of like the I don't know. I kind of like I mean, I like a good dog in a rivalry game. The problem is VMI is really good at the free throw line. I'm going VMI.
Erskine is in South Carolina. I'm sorry. I knew it was a Carolina.
Kramer,
I gave him a chance.
He's a college basketball near expert.
So just for like, this isn't even a good D2 program. They got housed by Coker. 135 to 76. This is actually one of the more remarkable.
You can't let up 135 points to a D2 team, Colby. But if you're Colby, the angle is this is a rivalry game and you're getting points. It was a 5-point game. It was a 5-point game in Charleston. This one is in Asheville. I think they'll make that trip.
Sean, I can't ever remember handicapping a game where where a team only had one win against the D1 program.
Yeah,
I don't know I've ever seen something like this before. This is one of the craziest. All right, moving along. I'm obviously not on Citadel.
See that Colby, he wouldn't even say I'm on VMI. He just says I'm not on Citadel.
What do you mean? I'm obviously not on Citadel.
Right. You refuse to say the team
so
you're betting
if we
on.
had a coin and I said I'm not on heads, you would know that I'm on tails.
Right. But for bookkeeping purposes, it's easier when you say the team you're on.
I'm just trying to keep AI on its toes. All right. The next game on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. You got Chattanooga against the winner of that Western Carolina Mercer
I like
game.
Winter this year. Winter catching some points. Give me Winter.
Yeah. Well, Western Carolina could be riding that home crowd, right, Colby? Then we got the 11:30 a.m. game. You got the winner of the 7:10, which will be VMI against UNC Greensboro, the 2 seed. Then we go to the afternoon, 3 p.m. Wofford, who, by the way, they also played Erskine. They're taking on East Tennessee State, the 3
They put
seed.
up 112 against her.
I know, a little, slightly better performance.
Their only time breaking 90 points.
ETSU laying a projected 1 point by Pick Dundee. Colby, we taking my Wofford Terriers here?
No, but it's an interesting game. They both split the regular season. Both teams, great basketball culture. I'm going to take the Buccaneers. I think that, with it being neutral, first off, they won 4 in a row down the stretch. They're playing good ball. I think we're going to get to those tourney odds, but at plus 600, I think there's value in the Buccaneers there. But yeah, I really think for this specific breakdown, ETSU is just a lot more athletic than Wofford. That always is an issue to me when especially when you get to the SoCon. To me, like if you can pinpoint a team to me where you have guys that are just bigger, stronger, faster, I think that shit travels normally. So ETSU is the play.
100% agree with Colby. Give me Eastern Tennessee State, and they're playing hot. They're finishing up strong. So ride the hot hand here.
Another head coach here in Brook Savage, great name by the way, who took time off from going up the coaching ladder to hold positions like director of player development at Tulane and director of basketball ops at Chattanooga. That's pretty interesting. I wouldn't expect these coaches to have to go work in like front offices. Essentially, I'm with you guys. That I just reading a little bit about this guy. I think we might have to become a Brook Savage podcast, Colby. I'm into the movement. Last one, Furman 5 seed Sanford, and I am on ETSU.
Oh, thanks.
/ East Tennessee State laying the projected point. Furman 5 seed, Sanford 4 seed. Sanford laying 1.5. I believe we talked about Sanford a couple weeks back, and I got excited. I put a big bet in on Sanford. It was a can't lose situation, and they lost. So coming into this one, Colby's really gonna have to sell me on why I shouldn't take Furman.
Sanford's a favorite, but Furman's been playing pretty well here. Colby, what are you doing?
Yeah, and look at Sanford's odds to win the tournament as the 4 seed.
Yeah.
A lot of that is because Trey Fort is a dog. He's a classic March Madness player. Dude, this guy has gone for in the past 5 games, I feel like he's just lit up the fucking scoreboard. I think he went for 35 one night, 36, something like that. I'm gonna take Sanford here. Furman's in a reload. They're solid because they're a great program in the SoCon, but this is one of their worst teams in a while. So I will take Sanford to get it done.
They did beat Sanford twice, right?
I know. That's why another reason. One of them was a dicey game though. The other one they just put it on them.
I'll take. Sanford beat them twice. They're playing well here to close it out. I appreciate Colby's love of Furman, but I'm taking Sanford.
Kind of fits the trend, right?
Sanford.
Wait, I took Sanford, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh my goodness.
I said I'm taking Sanford.
Did I confuse Sanford and Furman?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm on Furman. You're on Sanford.
Furman beat Sanford twice.
Yes, that's it.
That's what you.
I got twisted there at the end. I've been drinking.
That's what you intended to say. What are we picking this at?
1.5.
1.5. I'm with Colby. I'll go back. I'm gonna go. I'll die again with Sanford. After that was like an automatic play too. I put too much money on that game. Sanford owes me a couple bucks. All right, let's look at the futures. Nope, that's not the right conference. There we go. Chattanooga -110. The Mock. Sanford. The Bulldogs +330. UNC Greensboro +380. Wofford 5-1. ETSU 6-1. Furman. The Paladins. What are they? Knights that cast spells +750. Mercer 75-1. VMI. The Keydets 200-1. The Catamounts 250-1. And Citadel. Take this off your board right now. That's just burning money.
Are you taking Furman because of your Dungeons and Dragons history, Kramer? Because me and Sean, we used to record at your house, and we saw you were the dungeon master, and you had that 20-sided die.
I did have that. I did talk to my mom recently, and they had taken my nephew recently to some sort of Pokemon like card meetup, and my mom was like, and there were lots of full-grown adults playing Magic the Gathering.
And you said, where was this? You're like, where was this, Mom? I need this address.
Shout out Florida. Shout out Florida.
I just cast the spell and you've been deducted 3 mana points.
When Sean and I lived in Burbank, there was a Magic the Gathering place across from the bar that we used to go
right next to the Rub and Tug. Burbank Boulevard really had it all. And there was like a gay bar, a Rub and Tug, Mexican restaurant, and a board game meetup.
Mucho Mas.
Yeah, Mucho Mas.
You will not be able to match my dexterity, Sean.
All right, so
I assume you are wearing your armor.
Dude, you gotta let your mana recharge.
I have my cloak dagger.
Dude, how great is that LARPing video where they find an actual body? They try to cast a spell to bring him back to life. It's not working. If you've never seen the LARPing documentary, one of the more funny unintentional. It's not quite King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters, but it's the unintentional comedy is amazing. All right, Colby, who are we taking here?
I mentioned ETSU's got some pretty good value here. You look at the bracket. I think they're going to beat Wofford. Then UNC Greensboro. That's a game. Then you're in your championship. And then you're taking on. What I like is Chattanooga is going to get tested by either Sanford or Furman. So I think that's for the value. What was it? +600. ETSU
600.
Eastern Tennessee also #1 in the conference defensive efficiency, and I like that first game, their matchup there. That would be a lock for me, and I think they're on their way. And to Colby's point, like Chattanooga does not have an easy path for a -110 1 seed.
I'll say this: this tournament delivers though. We should take more than one team for this tournament because this.
What do you like?
Western Carolina? You want to take a little?
This would get a little wacky. Man,
VMI baby.
I mean, I think you just go. I think there's a cutoff after 6 this year. Maybe you could talk me into Mercer making a run, but I took Western to get them done. So Western's too young though. They're a brand new school. I don't think they can make a run. They might be able to win a game, but I don't think they'll make a run. I think you go 6 deep in this conference as teams that could actually win the thing. I'll just take, you know what? Give me Greensboro and give me Tennessee State. One of those will be in the championship.
Yeah, I'll tell Colby's UNCG. They're a team I filled out a number of times on my bracket. And them getting going makes sense. But I really do like that Eastern Tennessee State at 6-1. Yeah. UNC at +380 and Eastern Tennessee State 6-1.
So who has the home edge here? It's Chattanooga, Western Carolina, the two closest probably.
East Tennessee State's also up in the mountains of Tennessee. Johnson City is not that far, I don't think. I mean, I think it's close to Boone where App State is, so I guess maybe a couple hours.
Every one of these towns in these small school conferences has been mentioned in Wagon Wheel.
Yeah. Oh, Johnson City, Tennessee.
Johnson City, Tennessee. I gotta sing the whole Wagon Wheel song.
You're right. East Tennessee also very close. I still think it's the Western Carolina.
Yeah, Western, I mean Weehawk goes. I think Weehawk. Yeah, I mean that would be those two would be very very close.
Yeah. All right, give me Western Carolina and East Tennessee.
South out of Roanoke, heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee.
Roanoke.
Yeah, these are all the schools we're talking about. Kramer, what are you doing? You're
Western
taking Chattanooga.
I'm taking East.
They're the favorite though.
ETSU.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you only
I don't
take the favorites.
I don't take all the favorites. And then I'm going to take give me a piece of. I will defy the odds. Give me a piece of Western Carolina.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
250 to 1.
Do you believe in miracles?
Not here.
No.
Their path is too crazy. And I like Mercer the first game, so I'm out. Man, what a bunch of picks. Let's keep the heater going. Colby, obviously stay tuned. College Experience over on YouTube for the late night D-Gens.
You know I'm a degenerate.
Promo code Madness, 20% off everything in the merch store from now until conference. What are you laughing at?
Patrick Fisher roasting Colby's graphics. Saying he couldn't see the bracket because Colby had to put his big fucking face on, pick Dundee's face over.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't. The more I went deeper into that, the fuzzier it was. It wasn't. It wasn't a great bracket.
More questions than answers.
Don't. Whatever you do, don't come at Colby's canvas skills. He's a proud man.
I'm the slide master. You know.
Yeah, he got really excited
busy
when we break down these conference tournaments. So you want me to bring the slides?
The slide master. You could have a similar walkout dance as Ray Lewis. Just slide to the left, slide to the right.
Slide right out of some charges.
Yeah, slide out of a white suit after using a screwdriver to say hello to someone.
Fix your engine. MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SGPN. Come party with us in Vegas, or if not. Or if you are going to the party, doesn't matter if you're coming or not. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party. Get the $250 chance to win the $250 future. And of course, as always,
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
for Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second money grain. He's Ryan.
Oh, what a night.
Champ Week continues. Kramer, let it ride.